Yeah, I got the live stream message.
Hello, everybody. I'm trying to find us on our channel right now, and I just found us. Let me mute it. Okay, and let me get my phone ready. Hmm, Should have done all this. I'm sorry, guys. I fell asleep, and I just my wonderful friend here woke me up. I'm really grateful. Okay. Oh shoot. There's one person in here. I think that's me, or there's somebody in here like we thought before, who is mysteriously lurking. But I don't think that
Yes.
is what is going on. I'm not hearing anything. It says, be grateful. Okay. Oh, shoot. Okay. Donna, hold on a second. I gotta do something real quick. I'm doing something silly here. I did something I didn't do last time. I did it wrong this time. Let's see if I can do this. Okay, now I do it right. Okay. We can start our live tarot. Hello,
All
everybody. I'm
right.
Lisa Russell.
And I am Donna Murphy, and we're glad that you're here joining us for live tarot readings, live mini readings. It's Sunday evening. At least it's Sunday evening for Lisa and me. Might be a different time of day from when you're watching, from where you're watching. But hopefully you've been enjoying these and we'll keep coming back and we'll like us or subscribe to us or put something in the comments. And if you want to ask a question of us, then you would want to put your question in the comments section. That's how we'll know
In the
that
live
you're
chat.
interested in getting a reading. Yeah, okay, there's a live chat.
Yeah, it's called live chat. If you're looking at
Okay.
the screen, it looks like this on your phone.
Oh,
Except your phone
cool.
might not be
Okay.
bad. It looks like
Yeah.
there's two
Yeah.
people, it says, or one might be me, and there's another person
All
mysteriously in there.
right.
And
Well,
so there is a person that we know is not me. Oh, they just left. They like being called out.
sorry, don't be shy. It's
They might have just randomly clicked it, when it popped
yeah,
up
that
or
could be.
something. Like,
That
what
could
is
be.
this?
What the heck?
They're not doing live
But
tarot. They're just sitting there.
yeah, right.
Look, talking about our hardware stuff. Oh my
But
goodness.
every week we do jump on at
Hmm.
6 o'clock Central Time, US, to do mini readings. And we also do a card draw. So Lisa pulls two cards, I pull two cards. We give you an opportunity to choose one or more and get a general forecast for the week to come. So
That's right. That's my favorite part.
between now and next Sunday.
Yes, I guess
So
the last one were for 2 weeks. We didn't know it, or 3 weeks. It's been a little bit since we've done this. I
yeah,
think last week, gosh, it was the weirdest thing this week too, because right after I logged out from Everclear, I got like the severe back pain, just like screaming up my back, and I laid down on my heating pad and got my blanket and turned on the air, and the next thing I knew, you were calling me.
yeah.
And there's a little bit of pain, but not like it was. It
Well,
was
good.
insane. It was out of control. Yeah, it was not normal back pain. It was like
And as
very.
you know, my ongoing saga has been my allergies, which normally are not too much of a nuisance to me. But I am on a combination of Flonase and Benadryl, and the Benadryl in particular makes me just a little bit groggy.
Yeah, it makes you a little bit more psychic, doesn't it?
Well,
Everybody
well,
take Benadryl. It makes you more psychic.
I guess we'll
Kidding.
see.
Yeah, we'll find out. So we do have
Find
two. It
out.
says we have two visitors in here, and if either of you would like a reading, it says two people, but there may be just one. If you would like a reading, you can just ask your question in the chat, or you can say, "I would like a general reading," if you don't know what you want a reading about, and then
Right.
we'll see. And a general reading it'll just come up to be about, you never know. It's usually about
Whatever.
what's something
Yeah.
going on in your life in general.
Yeah.
It really is in general. Most of the time for me, it ends up being about something they're bothered by. Usually it's going on in their life.
Yeah.
Not always, not always,
Yeah.
but usually it is. If there's something going on that's annoying them, it usually comes up, or even if it's
Yeah.
big. Sometimes the big things doesn't come up, which is really strange, right? If they have a
Yeah.
big thing going on, and the cards are like, well, let's talk about your dog, you know. And sometimes the guides will do that too, and they really are saying your dog's feeling this way, and they're really talking about the client to the client. They're smart like that. And the client's like, oh, hi, Linda's here. I almost called you Linda again. I'll never do it again, I swear.
Yeah.
Hey, Linda. Do you have a question, Linda, this week? I think it's your time to read with Linda.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If you want a reading from Donna, she's here for you, Linda. She has a hand too.
Oh,
Wavy hand. Does Linda have a question? Uh-oh. She's
Hmm.
torn. Should she ask the question or shouldn't she? Let's see. Should she ask the question or shouldn't she? Uh-oh. I love it. As a better girl, you better ask that question. I'm just kidding. Those are sad cards, though. This is kind of like, man, we aren't doing too well, or I'm not doing too well, and I'm thinking about doing something I don't like to do, but I love it. Something like that, usually. That's usually how that goes. Like something really upset me, so I'm going to go do something self-destructive that I love. In a way, sometimes you don't know it's self-destructive. That's the hard part of the devil. You are torn. What are you torn about? She says she is torn. Does that have anything to do with the devil? Or in general, we mostly would think of this as relationships, but sometimes it is you being torn between
Hmm.
decisions by itself. Usually like that. That's what I would go with. And with the devil, I mean, it really is about going back into old patterns, being scared of going back into old patterns with the lovers reversed. And I don't think you do,
Um,
because here's this guy, he's just like not doing it. He is refusing to do it. He's just standing there. He's just waiting to see what
well,
happens.
yeah, that can be an obstacle when you are making a decision to not want to retreat to an old pattern or repeat an old pattern so that you make a good decision or a better decision this time around. But that can be an obstacle to, at least a temporary obstacle to action, to taking
That's
action.
very true. That's very true. She has a question now. She says,
Mhm.
yes, am I going to meet someone soon? Like a romantic partner? Is that what you mean, Lynn? I'm guessing that's what you mean because I was talking
Mhm.
about romantic partners.
Mhm.
I guess that one's for you, Donna. I'll get the Detorajot timer. Oops. And let me know when you're ready.
Okay, so for me, I would say that based on this, the answer is yes. And I have a I have a Prince of Swords, which in many other decks would actually be a
The
knight.
devil. I'm
Well,
just
it would
kidding.
be a knight
I'm just
of
kidding. Yes,
swords.
yes.
Um, I've got the Three of Cups, and then I've got the Princess of Discs, which would be a page in many decks. So while I think the answer is yes, I think that right now, probably for about, I'm going to say roughly about a 2 to 3 month period, um, there's going to be a time where you're engaged in what I call active waiting. So you're not necessarily taking overt action on like, I'll just say, for example, like getting on a dating site or, something like that. And I don't necessarily mean that specifically, but where you might not be actively seeking out a way to meet new partner, new people to meet a partner, but where you are looking at, first of all, some of the patterns that have repeated in the past, making a conscious decision not to repeat those same patterns, and also doing some, I'm going to say, like kind of manifesting work, if you will, or manifesting exercises, if you will, to create on, you know, on the astral plane or on on the 5D plane, um, the person that you're looking for or the kind of person that you're looking for. And especially if you don't have somebody that's already caught your attention or that you already find yourself attracted to, in some ways, that's easier than when you have. Not that you can't manifest either way, because you can. But when you don't have a particular person in mind, it's easier to let your imagination and your thought processes and your emotions go into what would be best for you, what would be most ideal for you, and turning that over in the sense of saying, this is the kind of partner I want, this is the kind of partner I'm ready to welcome into my life. And so that's what I'm creating. And you can be I mean, you can be as specific as you like in terms of what character traits or things like that are the most important to you. So if it is, if there are things that you know are going to be important to the kind of relationship you have or the kind of person that you're willing to let in, um, you can do that by making a list, by actually writing out a list. You can do that by simply, again, using visualization or your imagination to picture that. It's hard to picture a person that you don't know, though. So, I mean, that's the only thing about using the visualization part is you may not be clear about what that other person's appearance is. But character traits, you can, if looks are a certain are at a certain level of importance, you can certainly put that out there too. There really are no rules about what you can and can't do in terms of imagining or manifesting, but I think it helps to always leave room for the universe to kind of do its part and do its thing to connect you with a person that is going to be best for you. And if they don't look exactly like you imagined or whatever, that may or may not be a factor when the time finally comes that you meet in 3D. So, again, I would say over the course of about the next 3 months, that's where I would put my energy if it were me, if this were my reading. And then I also pulled one more card for a result, and I actually got the magician card. Um, this to me speaks more about you than it speaks about the person that you're going to meet. Although you may meet somebody who is very creative, very um, conversant in a lot of things, active mind, very much somebody who, goes out and gets things and does things in their life. So this is not passive energy. Um, I think it relates more to you, and we were just talking obviously about manifesting. So for me, the idea here would be that you literally are creating on the imaginal plane what it is that you're looking for and what it is that you want. And always with the idea that you're ready to embrace and welcome the right person into your life when they present themselves.
That was really great, Donna. I like that. Linda, that was for you. That I felt all that, like, as you
Mm.
were saying it, it felt right to me too. And we have someone in here. Linda, I hope that was good for you as it was for
Yeah,
Donna.
I hope that was helpful. But that's where I would actually start channeling some of my energy.
It's great, man. There's a woman in here named Ann Morgan and some
Hmm.
letters and numbers. I can't under L2OB. I'm not sure that says Ann Morgan. But hello. And
Yes.
your question, she says, "Hi, beautiful ladies. Have you a message for me from my guides, please? And thank you so very much." Those are in caps. And then she has two little pink hearts.
Okay.
So I will listen to your guides if you're still here. And I think you are. Because as we says is that we have four people in here. So, Anne Morgan, I will tune into your guides and see what they might have to say. Okay. Let's see.
Let me know when you want to start.
Oh, you can start now. Yeah, I'm kind
Okay.
of pulling them in right now. Yeah.
Okay.
You have one guide here who's just showing as a shadow figure. I don't know if this one still shows to you as a shadow figure. That's kind of the impression it's giving me. And it's showing that it's a shadow figure with wings. Um, it's showing now as a shaman, and then it went back into the shadow figure. So I feel like this is a guide who is teaching you, if you're not already really experienced with magic or intuition or any of this stuff we're doing in this, arena or metaphysical energy work. This guide here is basically like, you should be doing this if you're not. And I don't know if you are or not, so I can't tell. But let me pull a card. That'll help. Let's see. Are you doing it? Guilty as charged. So you are probably a reader, I'm guessing. Maybe not professionally, maybe professionally. This guide is very strong presence. Do you have a message for it? It's a masculine energy. Keep doing what you're doing. Saying something about a motorcycle. I'm not sure what that's about. um make an accident you had or something, some kind of accident you knew of or you had with a motorcycle, saying like stop thinking about it as much, don't worry about it. If that really resonates, I'm not sure, it's like something you're worrying about an accident or something it's getting through. saying don't worry about it very much. She says certainly very intuitive, especially recently. Oh, this is great. This makes sense why he's coming through as a shadow figure. If you haven't spoken with your guides yet, that's what he wants. He's showing usually when they show a shadow figure and then they show us like a figure of something else like they just did, he just did, they're wanting you to start working with your energy. So if you what by talking with them and them teaching you is usually what that means for me, especially when it comes through showing as like the old Indian shaman, the old, the random Indian. It could be from Siberia, it could be from India, it could be from America. It's just like this indigenous person with a staff and a beard, right? You know, you don't know what that indigenous person. What does that mean, right? You don't even know what that means. So I just think of like this, and it's kind of like what the hermit looks like too, except
Mhm.
he's got his head down. But I'm feeling this guy. He's got so much energy. I can't really. He's trying to come into my energy, and I'm like, no, 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 no. But he's very funny, and he's got a very big presence. I don't think he actually looks like the old indigenous dude. I think that was the image he was giving me to tell me that he wants you to work with him. Um, like a shaman works with a guide, kind of, and it wants to teach you, is what it's saying. No, it's not. You are fascinated by Native American. Maybe that's why he showed then. That might be why he's showing that. And what else is he showing? He's showing a leopard or a tiger. Um, I think this is an animal guide of yours. I don't know if you happen to love tigers, who doesn't, but I'm getting this tiger is one of your guides. The tiger's message is oh, am I out of time? Okay, I'll give you a list. Tiger, what do you have to say to Tiger? It says you are safe, protected, and loved. And anytime you need help, call out to anybody, help. So raise it. Help me, please. Guides. Anything you want to say, you always have to address them and help me and ask them, the tiger says. Especially the tiger says for protection anytime. So there you go. Hope that was helpful.
Mhm.
And now it is. We have a lot of people in here, Donna. We got 5 chatties. Love you guys.
Okay.
Thank you all for showing up. Let's read it through these.
Yeah.
Let's see what we have after that. And I hope that helped you out some. And we have Linda saying yes, thanks. And then we have Ann Morgan saying certainly very intuitive, especially recently. I did see that. And then Crystal Roberts says, please subscribe or like to. And then Anne says, oh, wow, is fascinated by Native American culture, Native American in particular. And then Crystal
Hmm.
comes in and says, like four. It's so funny. And she says, new subscriber, apologies, autocorrect. That's great. I hate autocorrect. And Crystal would love a reading next. So that's for you, Donna. That is your turn.
Okay.
Crystal, if you're still here, Donna is going to read for you now. And I'll get
Yes.
ready.
Does Crystal have a particular question that she put in, or did she
No,
just
she
want a
didn't. Crystal,
general?
do you have a reading? There's one after Crystal, too. We have a Vicky after Crystal. Vicky,
Okay.
Crystal's going now. And then I will get you after Donna gets Crystal.
Okay.
Crystal, if you have a certain question, just pop it up in the message. If you don't, we'll just do a general reading, or you can say general reading. Cindy's in here.
Oh, yay.
I'm so happy to see you too, Cindy. You better get a reading. You didn't say anything as long.
Okay. Interestingly enough, okay, so I've got this is for Crystal. I did get the death card. I got the sun. And then once again, our prince, aka Knight of Swords, has shown up again. So again, a lot of mental energy, a lot of busy mental energy. If this is someone who's in your life, they may be going through a period right now, if it's not you yourself, but it's a partner or a friend or a family member. What they're going through right now is it's very difficult for them to kind of get and hold focus on one thing. It feels like they're being pulled in a lot of different directions at once. And every thought they have, there's like 20 other thoughts that follow it, and then 20 more thoughts that follow it. So they're very, very busy mentally, not necessarily effectively, though. So that's one of the I would say maybe pitfalls of this particular card. If it's you yourself, since if it's you, you have more direct control and agency about what you do with all of that busy mental activity. So I would say with the death card and the sun card, be prepared. Um, to face and embrace the changes that are coming because they are pretty major changes, but they really serve
Char,
you
she
in a
says.
way that's, yeah,
She
they
says that
really
would be
serve,
me.
yeah, okay. And they really serve you in a way that's to your benefit. If you have trouble allowing yourself to be seen, if you have trouble speaking up, if you have trouble accepting compliments or reward for your presence or your efforts, particularly at work, but this could be anywhere where you are a contributing factor. The change that's coming is there will be more attention paid to you. And rather than get spun up around the axle of what's going on in your head, have the experience. I don't mean blank your mind, but suspend your thought process, suspend your analysis of the event until it's done and be present in the event. Let the event, let the thing happen and be fully present for it. I think a lot of times you're like trying to get one step ahead of the actual experience by trying to process it maybe too quickly or make decisions about what it might mean or where it might lead. There's nothing wrong with that. This isn't a criticism.
She says, I'm a Taurus, so I can handle a lot. She is right. Yeah, Taurus can handle a lot. I'm Taurus too. We sure can. We don't want to, but we can.
And it's and again, this isn't a criticism, it isn't a judgment. It's just it's a way to actually, I'm gonna say, enjoy and get the pleasure and the benefit of this kind of recognition. Because the sun means that it's your time to shine, right? And it's your time to be seen and it's your time to be appreciated. So allow that to happen without too much analysis. The time for analysis, interestingly enough, I pulled one more card and I have the Hermit card. So again, honey, just so
Oh,
you know, I've got three majors out of a four-card spread. So that's a lot of big stuff. That's
yeah,
big stuff.
it's big. Yeah.
Um, with the hermit, the time to process, the time to analyze, the time to integrate experiences after you have it. And when you can be quiet on your own, that's when you can kind of take your own counsel or process the experiences that you're having. And that's the time then that you could go forward from that to think about and I'm not going to say worry about or overanalyze, but take what you've experienced and then integrate that into yourself, your kind of daily evaluation. Because I think we all do that, whether we're consciously aware of it all the time or not. We're always evaluating our experiences, right? Was this good? Was this bad? Was this okay? Could it have been better? Um, again, that's fine, but there's a time and a place for that, and there's a time and a place to set that aside and simply go ahead and have the experience. Let yourself feel your feelings. Let yourself enjoy the feelings, because none of this is coming through as a negative for me. Quite the contrary, it's actually coming through as quite positive. So allow yourself to kind of expand and grow into that, especially again, taking compliments, getting rewarded, that could even be monetary reward, like you get a raise at work or you get a bonus. Whatever it might be, it's showing you, it's reflecting back to you um, that your contributions and your efforts are seen and known and appreciated. Allow yourself to appreciate yourself for that and take that in, drink that in.
Wonderful. That was great. That was great, Donna. We do 5 minutes if you don't know what I'm doing with
Yeah,
this. This is five
that's what we're
minutes.
doing with our timers now.
So we have some new people here. Vicky actually is already ready with her question. She is on it. So
Okay.
Vicky says, can you tell me if I should take a trip in the next few weeks? Yes, Vicky, that's my turn now. Unless
Yeah.
you have anything else for Crystal. Do you have anything else for her? Or is that it?
I I think
But
that was it.
I think so too. Okay. All right, Vicky, let's see. Let's see what the cards say. I use the Rider Waite. She uses the both usually, and I usually use the Rider Waite versions of decks, and I'm actually using the Rider Waite. So I'm just gonna see what they have to say about a trip. Well, I get the Magician reversed right away, so it's kind of saying you feel like you cannot. But it's saying you're worried about maybe your friends going with you or something about partying on the way. My guide Sam is coming in with you want to party. with this guy or about this guy. He's kind of saying you want to get over somebody, I think, and go on a trip. So, the advice is not to go for some reason. I'm not sure what they're getting at. Let me see why not. There's something for you here in the next 2 weeks, something very good. So that's what it's saying. Why not? What is it? You don't know anything about it. Well, let's find out. You don't know anything about it. You're not prepared, is what this says. You're not ready. So, what is it? Is what's going to happen for you here? Judgment and the Wheel of Fortune reverse. So, I feel like this is really, it could be a breakup week for you, or maybe not a breakup, but you finally do something that is about something going on in your life that you can't handle, or it just happens well for you. Something comes out really on top for you that's not going well right now, or it seems like it hasn't. And I'm feeling a lot of time behind this. I don't know what it is, but I'm feeling like you've been waiting for this answer. That's why there's a lot of you're not ready for this cards, because you've been waiting for so long. And whatever, if whatever the case may be, if it's legal or not, I don't know, but you are in favor in this situation. You come out with the right answer if you're looking for it, the right action if that's what you're looking for, or someone else to do something right, maybe finally once. That could be that too. So, which let's say any more hints towards that reason not to go? You're not ready for it. It's putting you, it's like another card saying you're not ready for this coming up thing. Stay home is saying something good for you is at home. You don't believe me. You want to go party. It's saying delay the trip. Is there any reason not to go? That's a very big reason not to go. So it's kind of saying, I don't know, it's just saying it'd be like kind of drastic consequences if you go for some reason. That's another card that says do not go. So it's just for some reason the cards are and the guides are coming through with like the most important thing is like there is some kind of recognition. They're giving me an impression it's a work recognition or a job getting a job. And I think Sam is saying you've been looking for a job. I'm not sure, but kind of, not really though, fully. He's like kind of like I'm not supposed to say anything else. And oh, Crystal says thank you. I appreciate you. And as far as that, that's pretty much all I'm getting for that. I want to give you the full 5 minutes. You got anything else for them, guys? Morgana? That's my guides I work with, guys. Morgana and Sam. Morgana is saying, maybe you have a dog or you have a pet. I think she's saying you have a dog, and she's just saying you're a really good pet owner. Vicky, she says you love your pet. And I think it's a dog. I'm not getting clear what it is. But she's just saying your dog or your pet really, really, if you have a pet, she's giving the impression you have two dogs. I'm not sure if that's right. But she's showing that you love these dogs and these dogs love you. They look like little dogs. They're really cute. I don't know if you have them or not, but that's what she's saying. And she just wants you to know they really feel loved. She wants you to know that. They know they're loved. Sweet. And I guess that's time for everybody. Everybody, I think Cindy, you want to ask a question of Donna? We have Cindy in here. She has not asked a question. You want to do Cindy real quick?
If
Cindy, yeah. Okay, she hasn't said so. She said to me privately a few weeks ago through a text. It's like I want to ask, but I don't want to take up the whole time. She's sung to every live, and she's only asked one time for a reading, I think.
no, that's okay. I mean, that's what we're here to do. So
That's what I said to her. We want to give you
yeah,
a reading. We'll wait for her to actually ask, I guess, and see if she wants it. I know you do, Cindy. We'll give you a minute for the lag to catch up and for you to type if you would like one or not. And if there's anyone else in here who has not had a reading, let me know. We have 6 people in here. I think that's everybody that we have given readings to. And don't forget, we do have a pick a card at the end for the week ahead, guidance
right.
and all that good stuff. Okay, Cindy is being quiet.
Okay.
Okay, Cindy. Oh, she. Okay, no, that was someone else. I read what Crystal said. Wait, Crystal said, and I thought it was Cindy. Okay, I guess we shall move on to our pick a card because Cindy did not say anything. We gotta
Okay.
give. I'll
And I don't
respect
want to,
your
yeah,
privacy, Cindy.
right. I mean, if she's, yeah, if
Of
she
course
doesn't
not.
want one today, maybe she'll want one next week, and that's fine. But I don't want to read for somebody if they haven't said, yeah, I want my
Me
reading.
too. That's kind of what I was
Yeah.
feeling too. Yeah, I feel the
Yeah.
same way. Maybe she doesn't want one. She's like,
Yeah.
stop. Don't pull me out. Okay, so
All
I'm
right.
shuffling my cards.
Yeah,
I'm
me
gonna pull.
too for pick a card.
I'm gonna explain what the pick a card is if you guys don't know. Wait,
Oh,
would be a general reading. Cindy finally said it, but she
oh,
got a
okay.
kissy face after the wood. She wants a. She wants to blow
All
you a
right.
kiss for the general reading.
Okay, let's see.
And Vicky says, thank you. You're welcome. And Crystal says, thank you to you. Thank you. I appreciate you.
You're very welcome. Okie doke. Well, I've got the Two of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Ace of Pentacles discs. Um, if there has been some friction around money in your life, whether that's maybe some pay that you're owed, it might be back pay that you're owed, it might be a settlement of some kind. I'm not getting necessarily that it's a legal issue, but it does seem like there's been some friction or some uh, uh, contradictory discussion around how, when, what this monetary situation turns out to be. This could also be if you're considering making any kind of mid to long term investment in something, and that would include property like buying a home or a second home or whatever, an income property. Any of those things are going to get resolved from what I'm seeing sometime between right now. So we're still at the beginning of June through about the end of August. At that point, I think the plans and the proper structure um, are in place that you can make that decision with confidence. I think you'll actually be very happy about it. You'll be happy with how it settles out or how it works out. And there will be an opportunity to really enjoy and even if it's a long-term investment, the idea of celebrating the fact that it's happening and that you're going to have that as part of your, you know, part of your life going forward. If it's a raise from work, again, same thing. There's ways that you can be utilizing that money, spending some, saving some, whatever that might be. But whatever the conflict or the friction around it is, it gets resolved during this period of time. And then when it does actually come through and it's a real thing, right? Like you're really taking the action or you're really receiving whatever it is coming your way and what you want to do with it, then I think at that point, you really get an opportunity to move forward with a lot more confidence. I think it takes kind of a weight off you, and maybe again, some of that feeling of friction or conflict, once that's settled, things feel much more harmonious and they kind of roll forward um, with ease and at a steady pace. So we talked about the Two of Wands, the Three of Cups, the Ace of Discs, and then the last card that I pulled for you is the Chariot. So once again, you've got a major arcana card here that tells me that moving forward for you from this point on should become a lot easier and should be something that you can do, like I say, with confidence and a sense that you've got like momentum, you've got the wind at your back, so to speak. So instead of fighting against something or resisting or feeling like you have to push to make things happen or to get things moving, this is like, this is like a smooth roll. Maybe a slight bump or two in the road, but nothing that's going to stop you or hold you back. Are you in the process of maybe looking for a new job or looking for a promotion at your current job?
She said, wow. She hasn't, she just now popped up with a wow before, right as
Okay.
you said that. So it's the lag, and we're waiting to see what
Yeah.
she, now she's
Yeah.
hearing you probably.
Yeah.
I
But
paused it.
definitely, yeah.
We're on pause.
Yeah. Put it on pause. This does feel very positive to
It
me. And
looks
again,
beautiful.
and the positive momentum.
She says selling my home.
Okay. Okay.
Good deal,
But
Donna.
I think, yeah, I think you're going to be very, very happy with the way all of this turns out. And whatever agreements you make, whatever money you get from the sale of the property, again, it lets you move forward in the way that you want to, at a pace that you want to. It puts the reins in your hand. You're driving the chariot.
You
So you
are.
get an opportunity then to make some really good decisions about how you move forward in your life.
Maybe she gets a new car out of it. The
Ah,
chariot. Get that money, get a little extra house money, get her a little
yeah.
Porsche, drive around LA in. wherever she lives. I don't know where she lives.
Driving around town, wherever town is.
Yeah.
No, this is really, really positive. And I think even the friction or the conflict, it hasn't been like a pitted battle. It's been more a question of just trying to get things to be right. And if more than one person is part of the decision, everybody's kind of got their own take or their own spin on what's the best thing. So for me, the idea that that gets resolved in a way that's very harmonious, where everybody's like, yeah, that's something we can all live with or we can all get behind. And
And selling a house is stressful.
it is very stressful. I know. I mean, I haven't done it in a lot of years. I've lived where I've lived now for a long time, but it's not an easy thing.
No,
And
it
there's a
seems like it
lot
would
of
be, but it's
uncertainty.
not.
Yeah, no, and there's a lot of uncertainty around it, right?
Yeah.
There's a lot of things
What's
that remain
next? Yeah.
uncertain. Yeah. This tells me that when it becomes a certainty, it will be one that she can absolutely feel confident and feel good about.
Wonderful. Okay. And Cindy says thank you. Thank with
You're
a U
most
and an
welcome.
exclamation point.
Most
Thank you,
welcome.
Cindy. Thank you for coming so much to
Yeah.
our show. Oh, Cindy says my son wants me to move to Texas from LA. She is in LA. I
Wow.
was pretending like I didn't.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes,
That's
that's
a big,
amazing,
yeah.
Cindy. What are you gonna do? I can't wait. What are you gonna do? Do you know yet? I think she
Maybe
knows.
maybe it depends
I
on how
think
the
she
and
knows.
yeah, and maybe it depends on how well that sale
Well,
goes
in
and what,
LA, she does have some kind of a certain kind of career there that
mm,
you can do something there you can't do in Texas, really.
mm.
LA, star. So, I don't want to talk about your personal life, but Cindy, I will text you after this live. We're gonna go on to our pick a card. She's like,
Yep.
no. Okay, let's see.
All right.
I can't believe you have that on your plate, Cindy, that your son wants you to come out there. You know you love your son. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm so excited for you. Okay, I'm gonna go two cards off the top.
Hmm.
And what this is, if
And,
you don't know, this is pick a card. So you'll pick thumb or finger, and Donna has two fingers and
and I've
finger.
got one finger, two finger.
Oh, I like that. Two finger. Okay, now guys, you look at our cards, and we can't see them.
Right.
And you pick the cards you want. I can't see yours, Donna. Can I see your cards? I can't see yours on the
Oh,
screen. Yeah, I just want to look at them. I want that one two fingers, and I think
you
I just
want two
want two fingers.
fingers?
Oh, yeah, I just want two fingers. No,
Okay.
yeah, I want two fingers. Do you want any of mine? Any of these interest you?
Well, let's do them one at a time.
Okay, you go first. Did you? Okay,
Okay.
yeah.
So two fingers for any of you who chose the two finger card. We have the Knight of Cups, aka the King of Cups in most. I know it gets confusing. Don't let it. Um, you know, I feel like whoever picked this card either has somebody coming into their life that may be a returning connection. It doesn't have to be romantic, although it certainly could be. And this is someone who I feel has an emotional maturity about them, maybe one that they didn't have the first time around. They might not have been ready emotionally for either a romantic relationship or any kind of a relationship, if it's not romance, where they were fully present and able to give their all. Um, Now, with this reconnection, it feels to me like there's an opportunity for this person to connect in a way that they couldn't before. And that's to your and their mutual benefit. If this is some aspect of your own personality, and it could be, then the idea of being ready emotionally for a strong connection, for a very real, very honest emotional connection, again, whether romance or in any other form, but where you're fully present and you're able to give of yourself in a way that isn't self-sacrificing, but is nurturing and giving. Um, so one way or the other, whether it's an aspect of your own personality or somebody who's returning to your life with a new perspective and a new emotional maturity, it's going to be a good connection this time around. It will
Oh my
be, it
gosh,
will
that's
untouch, yeah.
I would die if that is. I guess my card. I'm almost like I need a good
Yeah,
relationship. At least I've never had a nice, healthy relationship. Seems like so that's like exciting to me, even with myself. I have a lot better with myself now.
yeah.
Do you want to do your other finger? Or you want me to go? How you want me to do next?
You go. You
Okay.
go.
Did you want this
Uh,
one, or do you pick either of these? Or sorry, I
let's
think this one's
see.
thumb and this one is finger.
Yeah, I'll take thumb.
Okay, Donna's picking thumb. Whoever picked
Yeah,
thumb, we have the magician. That's like my
yes,
favorite card, other than the Empress. And he's so cute. This looks like Sam. That's what Sam looks like.
yeah.
Um, so if you pick this card as one of your cards or your card, you're gonna have a spread ankle week. So the magician's about like you might make magic for literally. It's you might have a chance to do something. You're like, I'm doing it. And no, nothing can stop you this week is kind of what I feel with this card. And there's also something coming through about identity, like you need an identity about something and it
Mhm.
comes through for you. It's also like you're about to change something in your life. So I feel this is what my guide Sam is saying. But one of you is about to change something in your life so big that you never thought you'd do it ever. And that's actually making me think of Cindy moving to Texas because I never thought you'd move to Texas. But so if you pick that card, that'd be funny. Um, and anything else about this? And for guidance, it's saying if you don't feel that way, I feel like, you are capable of anything. And if you watch this whole live when Donna was talking about manifestation,
Mhm.
that if you were here, if you weren't, go back and watch it. I'm sweating, had to turn my air conditioner off.
Yeah.
Okay, you want to go next, Donna?
Okay. Um, court card day. And it's evidently Cups Day. I have the Prince of Cups, aka the Knight of
Oh
Cups.
my goodness, you got all the
So,
loving.
so once again, we have a lot of very loving, very divine masculine type of energy here.
I just want to say that I was really drawn to both those cards. You see me pause, and I was kind of,
Yeah.
yeah, but I like the
Yeah.
more mature king.
Yeah.
Intense
I think
kingdom.
at this point, yeah, I think at this point, the more mature king is to your benefit more so than the prince. With the Prince of Cups, this is a person who has yet to maybe find the best way to express himself or herself. I mean, the card is a male card and it's male energy, but the divine masculine can come through even if you happen to be a woman. So the idea here of being able to find a way to express your deeper feelings, to express and communicate, because there's a lot of depth here, but there's a lot of almost secrecy around it. So if you haven't felt if it's for yourself, if you haven't felt that the time is right to express yourself, if you felt like you've had to hold back a bit or not reveal as much about your inner self or your feelings or your emotions, to me, this isn't, if you chose this card and this is for yourself, your own energy, then this would be the time coming up this week that you can maybe, I'll say, come out a little bit and be willing in the right circumstance with the right people. I'm not saying suddenly turn into someone who just blurts out anything that's on your mind, but there are some things that probably do need to be said. And I think the time is coming when you will be able to do that. You'll be in a situation or in an environment that allows for that and that actually supports that. If this is someone else in your life, they may be having trouble expressing themselves emotionally. Um, but I feel like they're coming to terms with how and when to be more vocal, to be more verbally expressive about their feelings.
Very cool, Donna. That sounds good if you picked that
Okay.
card. And if you guys picked oh
Last
Cindy,
but
we'll
not
talk. If you picked the Page of Swords is the last card. So this card for me is a lot about learning, and it's a spy card. I always think of him as the spy.
it's
Spying on you, but not in a bad way. If there's a thing of bad spying, it's this. I mean, good spying. You know? So like if he's interested in you, he's looking. He's
yeah,
watching your stories, he's learning about you, or you're learning about him.
yeah,
Now if this is he was a student, sometimes it can be your student, your kid, your child, and their schoolwork. Um, this one also, I'm feeling around this week, I'm feeling getting news about something that makes you angry but something you can fix. That's some news coming in for somebody who picked this card. And I'm feeling for guidance for this, like be really aware of your surroundings and keep an eye open for all around you. Just keep an eye open. And I'm being told somebody's seeing a lot of these color, like the color red a lot for some reason, and they can't figure out why, but it's standing out to you. Whoever watched this is just whatever. I'm just getting the message to keep looking for the color red, and the answer for why you keep noticing red is coming this week. So, and for guidance, it's just like stay on your toes, learn anything you can. If you want to learn something, don't not learn it. Go do it. It's a good week for that. Your mind is sharp and it's ready to suck in knowledge. So that's what I got for you. And y'all, I guess have a great week. And you put all the cards together. We have a magical, loving, mature, immature dude who does want
A
wants to learn about us. Dude energy. Dude energy.
lot of dude energy this week.
Yeah, a lot of dude energy. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for coming to our live. Hey, we had a good live this
Yes.
week. We almost went the whole hour.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
thank you so
Thank you.
much for coming, guys. I am so
Yes.
glad. Don't
Thanks for
worry about me,
coming. Thanks
Cindy.
for
I'll
joining
worry about
us.
you.
And we will see you very soon. Again, make sure you like, subscribe, comment. Every time we get feedback on a live or even on any of our episodes, that's a good thing because that way more people can find us. We don't
Thank you.
we love you guys. We don't want to be your best kept secret. So tell your
We
friends
love
to
you.
join us too.
You're welcome, Vicky. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, Vicky. Thank you, Crystal,
Crystal, Cindy,
and Morgan,
and
and
yep,
Linda, and that's everybody, I think.
that's
Y'all, thank you so
everybody.
much. Have a great time. Bye,
Thank
guys.
you. Bye-bye.